guys, my name's Emily Merrill and I am the author of Mine. The book got released on the 18th of November and we thought we'd film a reading of the video in order for you to get a closer look at the book and see if it's something you'd be interested in. So the reading I chose to do from this book, if you didn't know, this book follows Avery, a university student in York, and it follows the deterioration of her long-term relationship and how it affects her and the abuse that goes on in that relationship. So it's a tough topic, and I think that the reading that I've picked to do for you is the point where Avery really sees a change in Luke, her boyfriend, and she starts to question their relationship and she becomes a bit scared of him, and it's a real turning point for the book. So this reading is from chapter 19. It's about this far into the book, and yeah, I'm just going to read it out to you. Oh my god, I'd got an interview for the editorial internship. I jumped up, squealing. Oh my god! Luke looked at me warily. What is it? I didn't want to tell you until I knew if I'd made it past the first stage. I definitely didn't think I would. I mean, I have next to no experience. The only thing I have is my reference from Alex and Avery. Luke stood, putting his hands on my shoulders. You're babbling. What's going on? I got an interview at a publishing house for an editing internship. Isn't that great? Luke was silent, chewing his lip and clenching his fist around the bottle of beer. I felt my face fall. I thought it was great. You did this without even telling me? I thought we were meant to be a team. I only didn't mention it because it was a shot in the dark. I hadn't thought that he would see it this way. I gulped back the fear that was rising in my chest, the fear that I'd done something very wrong. I didn't mean to make you feel like that. As soon as I heard back, I was going to tell you. It's a good thing. I grabbed his arm, but he shook me off. Oh, so teaching is out the window now, is it? Our carefully thought out plans just scrapped over one email. Well, no, but God, Avery, why'd you have to ruin a good day? I just thought that... I trailed off, nothing springing to mind. Thought what? I felt a creeping up my spine, the horrible feeling that I'd messed up. I tried to backtrack, plastering a smile on my face and starting to get up off the couch. It doesn't matter, it's nothing really. He pulled me back down, winding me. Avery. It was a warning. The back of my neck prickled. Look at me. I jumped, reactively looking him in the eye. I tried to remember that he loved me and I was being paranoid. Why would you want to abandon the plans we'd made? His voice quieted. Those plans are the only thing getting me through this year. This job. I'd never thought of this option before and it doesn't change anything. We can still go to London and I wouldn't make a decision like this if I didn't think it was right for us. You shouldn't be making a decision like this on your own at all. What if you do this internship and then you get some big break in editing, he sneered at the word, and it isn't in London? What then? What am I supposed to do? I didn't think of that. And it was true, I hadn't. I'd been so caught up in the idea that I hadn't been thinking about London, or Luke. I'd just been carried away in the thrill of the moment. I love you, but you make it so damn hard. His voice broke on the last word as he scrubbed at his eyes, swaying a little. You just don't keep your promises anymore, Avery. I didn't dare argue. We had it all planned out. Our future, your future. I felt myself physically recoil and I wanted to retaliate, but something inside me warned against it. This didn't feel like any of our fights in the past. Damn it! He raised his arm, throwing his beer across the room. Ow! He'd clipped my jaw with the bottle. I clasped my hand to the spot near my chin that throbbed. Oh my god, Luke's eyes were wide. Let me see? I had recoiled, moving away from him, but he stepped forward, gingerly taking my hand away from my jaw. I stared at the ground, where the bottle had smashed, fizzy liquid seeping into our rug. Thank goodness it wasn't Eliza's red wine. I recited the method to get beer out of a carpet in my head. White vinegar, detergent, warm water. White vinegar, detergent, warm water. Luke put his hands on my face, bringing me back. Avery, I am so sorry. He clasped his hands behind his neck and started to pace. I wasn't thinking. I just got so angry, and I wanted to smash something. I didn't mean to. Luke's breathing hitched, and I put my hand on his chest, steadying him. It was an accident. My voice rose at the end. It wasn't a question, and yet... Of course it was an accident. Luke pulled me towards him. I must be drunker than I thought. I had no idea you were that close. I exhaled, closing my eyes. It had been an accident. I'd seen it. I ignored the feeling in the pit of my stomach that screamed that this was the second accident that we'd had in a very short space of time. Luke, Part of me wanted to tell him to leave. Wanted to tell him to leave me for good. Avery, I know that you're sorry for applying without telling me. He held my chin. It's okay, we'll just tell Eliza that we were drinking and messing around and you slipped. It's no big deal. I stopped. But what if it is a big deal? No, it's not. He kissed me gently. When he kissed me like this, like I was something precious, I crumbled. My jaw ached as I pressed my fingers to it, and I knew I would have a mark in the morning. Was that a small price to pay for the days like the one we'd had today, where we laughed about nothing and I was reminded of who we used to be? Avery? I was calmer now, my heart beating slower in my chest. I ignored the sting of my jaw, ignored the sting of my broken heart. Delete the email. I'd wanted to celebrate, pour myself another glass of wine and snuggle up with my boyfriend, basking in the success of both our weeks. But it had been me who had kept this from him. Maybe I deserved to be in the wrong. I opened up my phone and did as he'd asked. I feel better now, like I can see our future again. He smiled at me. I've got to go. Where? Home. I need to cool off and I don't want Eliza to see us upset. I'm sorry about the application. Luke stroked my hair. I know. I'm sorry about the bottle, I really am. I shouldn't drink this much no matter how tough the week has been. I know that. It's fine. I bit back everything else as he gathered his things and turned to leave. He looked closely at my chin. You'll be able to cover that up with makeup, right? I paused. If it was really an accident, why did I need to hide it? Yeah, I can cover it. The door shut, and after a few seconds my body started moving like clockwork, taking the shards of glass in the kitchen over to the recycling bin. I watched my hands move to the cupboard like they weren't even mine, picking up the bottle of white vinegar to remove all evidence of the beer. White vinegar, detergent, warm water. I changed into a pair of pyjamas, desperate to shed the feeling of unease. The whole time I wandered around the lounge in a daze, cleaning up after my mess, the same thought circled my brain. People that love you are not supposed to hurt you. So what were you supposed to do when you couldn't seem to stop loving them? So that's chapter 19. I hope you liked it. Please let us know if you have read the book, if you'd enjoyed it, if you're thinking of picking it up. We'd love to chat to you. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Bye!